Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, A Conversation with Death. The man who rules the world and the angel of darkness take on a horde of demons in this inaugural John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, A Conversation with Death for 99 cents on Kindle or in paperback today. There's this lesbian Afro-American Negro journalist who wrote an article saying that black people needed to go out here and support crazy rich Asians. And she believes that we need to support Crazy Rich Asians, the movie, in order to ensure that there's more diversity in Hollywood and to ensure that Asians get opportunities at making films in America. Now, this is the most mind-bogglingly, incredibly stupid thing I have ever heard in my life come out of the mouth of an Afro-American Negro female. She's going to sit here and propose that black people go out of their way to support Crazy Rich Asians, the movie, in order to enrich other Asian people at black people's expense. The same Asian people who own nail salons in your black communities, and the same Asian people who now control your entire hair care industry. If it wasn't for the dollars of black people, many of these Asians out here would not be crazy rich because they got most of their dollars at the expense of all the Afro-American Negroes out there who go out here to these Asian nail salons to go get their nails and their eyebrows done, and all these Afro-American Negroes who go to these beauty supply stores to go buy their hair weave and go out here to buy their hair care products. And why should I continue to support these Asians to continue to get further economic power to the point where they can go and make movies in Hollywood when they have not contributed a single dollar to any sort of black venture? I mean, where were all of these crazy rich Asians when it was time to go out here and support movies like Spike Lee's Black Klansman or movies like your Black Panther? We couldn't find a single Asian person writing an article talking about how Asian people needed to support black films. No, we have not seen that in the 30 years I have seen the black film industry managed to come out of the doldrums it came out of after the blaxploitation era, and we have not seen one Asian person come to support any sort of black film venture made by any black filmmakers. So this Afro-American Negro female shows how deeply dysfunctional she is by sitting there talking about how black folks need to support a movie like Crazy Rich Asians, because she shows how completely crazy she is to take black dollars out of the black community to further enrich the Asian community, which has already become billionaires at the expense of black people by controlling our hair care industry. And why should black people go out to see Crazy Rich Asians when Asian people have been brutalizing and abusing black women in stores all across this country? Because all across this country, we have been seeing black women being beaten up by these owners of these nail salons and these owners of these beauty supply stores. Yet we're going to have one of these dysfunctional Afro-American Negro females sitting there talking about how we need to go out and support Crazy Rich Asians, and they're beating you up, disrespecting you, and abusing you in their stores. But this female believes that it's perfectly logical for us to continue giving more economic support to Asian people who have clearly shown that they have no respect for us when we enter their business establishments. This is what I would call the worst form of cooning and butter biscuit shuffling I have ever seen in my life. Instead of buck dancing and bojangling for a white man in America, here we have this Afro-American negress going out here buck dancing and bojangling for a bunch of Asian people looking to get a fortune cookie. That's just mind-boggling to me to see this Afro-American Negro female advocating for diversity when there is no diversity as related to the black image right now. Because right now, as it relates to the black image in media, all we're getting is brand new life breathed into old stereotypes regarding the black image. Yet this female is sitting there talking about how we need more Asian images in media. Well, when it comes down to the Asian image, the black community should have absolutely nothing to do with that, because when it comes down to the Asian community, they have the economic power and the resources to go out here and make their own films and run their own entertainment industry. Because in China, they have their own entertainment industry, and in Japan, they have their own entertainment industry. And if Asians want to go see films featuring Asians, they can go to those video stores in their own neighborhoods, or they can go to a website like Amazon.com, and they can go order films from China, from Japan, from Thailand, from Korea, and they can watch Asian media featuring Asian images. And they can also go to many of the Asian television networks that are all over this United States, because right here in New York we have at least 2 or 3 of these Korean or Chinese or Japanese channels, and if an Asian person wants to check out an Asian movie, they can go check out one of those movies on their own channels. So they've got their own media platforms. They don't need us advocating for their support for getting Asian American movies made in Hollywood, because they can go and get their own movies from China. They can do what Bruce Lee did many years ago when he tried to make films here in America and realized he couldn't do it by going all the way back to China and going out to make films in their own country and be stars in their own country. So they do not need our support at all. And when I listen to a Negress making this type of statement, again, this is buck dancing and bojangling for a fortune cookie, and it's the worst type of buck dancing and bojangling, because you're buck dancing and bojangling for a group of people who clearly have shown their contempt for you, who have clearly shown they have no respect for you. Because for you to sit there and say, we need to go support their movie, when people in our community are being beaten up in these beauty supply stores because a boy had a keychain in his hand, or a woman is beaten up in a nail salon because she didn't like a $5 eyebrow wax, that is a mind-bogglingly, completely insane thing to me, and it shows how little self-esteem these Afro-American Negro females have, how little dignity these Afro-American Negro females have, and how little self-respect these Afro-American Negro females have. Because for you to sit there and talk about us supporting crazy rich Asians is just mind-bogglingly insane when you consider the way black people have been mistreated and abused by Asian people in stores all across this country, and how to say that they need our support for diversity when they have dominated our own hair care market and dominated our hair care industry and are making billions of dollars at our expense. No, these people can go out and finance their own Asian American movies if they want, and they can go build their own audience just like they did for that Joy Luck Club over 20 years ago. And what we need to be focused on is black empowerment, black first, and people who are about black first are going to say, I don't have time to support crazy rich Asians. I want to go out here and build an economic platform so that black people can enrich themselves and they don't get exploited by those really racist Asians who have been taking advantage of our community and feel that they are emboldened to the point where they can abuse and brutalize black people because they don't value their dollars, because they don't see any value in them as people. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to try some of my SJS Direct publications, which feature positive images of African Americans like the ISIS series, the Eastern series, The Temptation of John Haynes, the Spinsterella trilogy, and my men's issues books, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.